Okay, I'm going to attempt to give a first impression review here on Cyclone. It's an electronic cigarette. It's a mod. It's kind of like the Lava Tube version 2. It's advertised to be a 4 amp limit. And I've actually got it up to 3.816. So it's close enough for me. Definitely nice and hot. And it's pretty nice actually. If you push the power button, it'll tell you how much battery voltage you got. It will tell you your resistance, and then it will tell you the actual voltage. But the first part is going to show you over here on the side just how high up on a battery on the screen your charge is. So what's pretty cool about this too is that the first time you push the up or down, it's going to go ahead and adjust it by 1/10 of a volt while you're pushing it. So let's see if I can show you guys. And it just toggles through. Okay, hopefully that was legible. Anyways, basically my first impressions of this is that it's a powerful mod, and that's a good thing when you're running a Genesis atomizer. It is very cheaply made. It does worry me as far as the longevity goes. I actually had a Lambo from Clouds of Vapor before, and it was much heavier. This thing is like a feather. I mean, the only reason why it has any weight to it is because it has an 18650, and it also has a nice heavy stainless steel did atomizer on the top. Okay, normally I do have more sexy drip tips to put on there. Right now I'm just rocking a plastic one because it was easy to get to. And these metal ones always get some nasty buildup on them from your lips, and basically your drool dries on there and it gets all crusty and it's gross. So I like to use the plastic ones because that doesn't seem to happen on those, at least not near as bad. Okay, so one of the things besides the quality that worries me is the pin on this. Whenever I first got it, it wouldn't fire at all. It just said open load. Or it would flash here on the screen with nothing on it. What I ended up having to do was to grab a small screwdriver and pull the pin, and it actually bottoms out and still leaves some air room up there, which is a good thing. But it would be really nice if this had the spring-loaded pin like the Lambo did. This one doesn't. It's just a solid pin, and it's too deep of a hole if you ask me. And I'm going to attempt to do this, but I doubt you'll be able to see it. Here, I'll even try harder. Hopefully there's some way that you guys can see down in there. Also has some ego threading, which is really cool. Right now at this very moment, actually, you know what, I do have something that's ego threaded right here. This will be the first time that I've tried it, but let's see. And it does screw down on there. Okay, so that's nice. You can have the outer threads or you can have the inner threads. This doesn't have any inner threads, it only has the outer threads, so it's just got the post in the middle. So pretty nice. Hopefully now it's still going to fire. The good thing about this mod obviously is the power, the amperage rating. I was able to rock my 1.1 whenever I got the 3.8 amps, 1.1 ohm coil all the way up to 4.2 volts. I believe that's correct, either 4.2 or 4.3 volts, which is mighty hot for the wire that I have on there at the moment. I've got some AWG 32. I have some AWG 30, so that'll be good for that. Whenever I wrap a 0.8 ohm coil on there, I will be able to heat that up quite a bit. Right now I've only got some 40% VG juice in here, so it's not going to blow clouds that are going to just blow your mind right off. So let me just go ahead and show you guys how it's vaping anyways. I got this from Spring Vapor. Here's this card. The owner's name is Nick. Really good deal on this mod though for $40, you know. I mean, you can't really go wrong with that. It actually puts out more power than a Provari V2, puts out more power than the Lava Tube V1, puts out more power than the Buzz Pro does. So it's a pretty damn good value at $40. We'll see. Now I've went and pushed my damn pin down with that Ego connector. Yeah, it says I've got 9.9 ohms of resistance. So let me just go ahead and pull the pin back up. See, this is what I really worry about. Now, just in case I hit the button, I'm going to go ahead and pull the battery because I don't want to blow it up on camera. Okay, so pin's pulled. I'm going to screw this back down. This is really going to be an issue, I can tell already. I mean, you pull the pin and then how do you know it's not going to just short out, you know? Obviously if it shorts out it's just going to give you an error code, but if you're out and about, you're not sitting at the desk so to speak and have a screwdriver right beside you, then you know, obviously it can be an issue. So let me check the, well, see, now I've got to turn it back on. That's another thing that I don't like, is actually having to turn it on every time you take the battery out. The way you turn it on is pushing the power button a bunch of times until it does. Okay. Got plenty. I'm actually rocking this one at 3.7 volts, so there you have it. One other thing I noticed is that it's really easy to think you're pushing the button and you're not. Doesn't necessarily mean that it matters where on the button that you're pushing, but it's just a lot of times I think that I'm pushing it and you can tell the vape gets really cool. That means that there's no heat going to the coil, so you know, I'm just kind of adjust my finger a little bit. The way that this thing has screwed down to where my air hole is on the atomizer, always needing to be on the bottom side, and me generally using my left hand, it just kind of makes it a little bit awkward. So using my right hand is generally the best way for this setup in particular. It's not bad for 40% VG. I will be doing some follow-ups with the Cyclone, so keep your eyes out. And also, if you find one for 40 bucks, I do recommend picking it up because it is a good value. So thanks for watching.